Hello everyone, and welcome to Dead Internet Chronicles, where I observe and react to the internet of old and new, examining what I perceive to be a complex collection of chatbot chaos. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to help me grow my channel. Please do be aware that the themes discussed in this video may be dark and unconventional, and my narration is not explicitly an endorsement. That being said, let's get started. And today we're going back to some other websites. I'm going to start exploring some new websites again. I know I've been doing a lot of 4chan content lately, but we are going to start exploring some new websites. And today I found a website called anon.garden. And that is the URL for it is anon.garden. And as you can tell, it's a pretty minimalistic website. It says, "Welcome to Anon Garden." And it has a little tree here, a little animated tree. And it reads, "Our board selection is Islam, raccoons and friends, and language learning. We have an alternate URL under nonga.ac, nonga.ac maybe. We also have an onion service." So this website is accessible through Tor, and that's what the first post listed here is going to discuss. It says, "You can now access Anon Garden through Tor. Our hidden service is located at," and then there is a very long onion link, which I'm not going to read. There's also a post that says, "Overboard. For your convenience, Anon Garden now has an overboard." And then on March 15th, 2024 at 3:55, Mustafa posted, "Unfortunately, our host pulled the rug on us, and I've had to quickly fail over the site to another server. That caused some 3 to 4 hours of downtime today. Things should be going again now. Many apologies." And then on March 13th, 2024, Mustafa posted, "First post. Anon Garden is online, and posts from Islam, Pro, and Lang on Anon Cafe have been restored. We've also got the WebRing plugin set up, and hopefully we'll get added soon so we can stay discoverable. What remains to be done is touching up the site and improving UX. I've set up a temporary test board at test. You can also reach me at acislam@proton.me if there are problems." So right off the bat, I'm getting the sense that this board is Islamic in nature. That's the first board listed, and I don't really know what else to say about that. Personally, I'm not a fan of Islam. I'm not really a fan of religion in general. I don't have anything specifically against Islam, but it's interesting to have a dedicated space for it. But we are going to do some exploration here. And the first board that I'm going to look at is Raccoons and Friends. It might be the only board that I look at. So let's open up Raccoons and Friends. And the first post was on September 29th, 2021, and it says, "Attention." And then there's a link. Well, an internal link, but it doesn't actually link to anything. It says, "The Anon Cafe administration has ordered you to enjoy raccoons. Do it now." And there's a picture of a raccoon. So yeah, it looks like this was a remnant of a board on Anon Cafe, which I previously did a video on a board on Anon Cafe called Y2K. And in doing my research for this, I do believe that has moved to a new link. which we will eventually get to that. Eventually we'll cover that. But as for now, we're just going to look at this. And I'm not going to open this thread, but I will read through the post. Somebody said to this post, which I cannot, oh, there it is. They said, "It's about time." And the post that they were referencing said, "We've made the major leagues, pro." This anon says, "I've seen 2 roadkill coons in the last week. I wonder what's up with the poor little guys getting ran over." And then we've got another picture of a raccoon getting proposed to. And a surprised look on its face. Someone said hello and posted a picture of a raccoon. Someone asked, "Are red pandas honorary procyonids? They were classified as procyonids in the early 20th century. And somebody said, "I'll allow it." And then we've got a post that says, "Eats crabs." Then there's a picture of a photoshopped raccoon, which is a crab. That's pretty disturbing. I would not want that thing to creep into my house at night. No thank you. Not me. Someone said, "This pic makes my brain itch." And he said, he would be happy to scratch the itch for you. And someone said, "Smooth racks." And then they said, "Nice." Someone posted a picture that says, "Raccoons are extremely caring and sensitive," and then said, "A reminder." And then this anon says, "I am reminded." And then another anon asks, "What do raccoons care about?" And as a response to that post, this person says, "Gourmet dumpster cuisine." And we've got a picture of another raccoon eating garbage out of the trash can. Looks like he's got a nice peachy smile on his face. So that's interesting. This person said, "Finger boys." And those are some weird looking hands. There are no opposable thumbs, I don't think. I don't really know what opposable thumbs entail, but it doesn't look like there are opposable thumbs. They just have 5 fingers. I would not want those things to claw me. Those look scary. This anon says, "Long live the cafe," and they posted a stencil of a raccoon. And then on January 20th, there was an announcement, and it says, "On account of the planned closure of Anon Cafe, Pro will be migrating to anon.garden. The site is not done yet. It is still being built by me. As such, please wait for it to be functional. I would welcome your suggestions and ideas." And then there's a raccoon video thread, which we're not going to watch any of these videos because that would be copyright infringement, which this might be, but it's a little bit easier to get away with this. So that's all for the raccoon board. There's not multiple pages. I thought there were multiple pages of raccoon posts. So now we're going to go to the overboard. And this post says, "In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, welcome to the Islam board on Anon Cafe. This is a board for Muslims to talk, to discuss religious matters, and to enjoy each other's company. Please stay polite and use common sense when making posts. You can discuss moderation, make suggestions, banners, etc. in this thread." And that was 4 years ago on Anon Cafe, which, as I said before, all these posts were moved from Anon Cafe to Anon Garden. And this post says, what is Islam's perspective on fundamentalism? Is it based? Will you wage jihad one day? And that seems like a toxic, very toxic thing to get into, so we're not going to do that. Someone said Allahu Akbar. Also toxic. Someone said in a foreign language, it looks like, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What does that mean? Translate to English. And it won't translate. I don't know what that means, so if that meant something offensive, then I'm sorry for repeating it. Someone asked, what's this place like? Is it active? I'm new to image boards by most standards, about 2 years, and have never seen a Muslim board/image board that's last message wasn't a few years ago. Found the site through some kafirs seething about it on allchans.org. What does that mean? It means non-believer or disbeliever. Could have figured. Anon responded. This Anon replied and said, good to see you, bro. If you didn't know, this board migrated from a chain that died not long ago, Anon Cafe, and it already wasn't that active. Chances are it will take even more time for people to realize this small chain exists, and a bit more time for them to be interested. The only similar board I knew of was Islam on either 8kun or 8chan, but I didn't stay because the board owner was a Yahudi lover. As you probably already noticed, there's only a little to take from the chans, and a whole lot to leave out, but they can have their benefits, especially nowadays. Many brothers I talked to tried to convince me these places are not beneficial to Muslims, but I don't know. I think it all depends what you make of it. So yeah, I mean, this Anon makes a good point. Not a lot of people realize that this chain exists. And it's likely to stay that way for a while because image boards are on the way out. Image board activity has declined significantly in the past decade, and it's only getting worse. 4chan is still pretty active, but I don't look for it to stay that way. I think that it's only going to get worse as time moves on, and more people move to other platforms like TikTok and require constant moving images and stimulation. And then this post is from Pro. Oh, this is, the overboard is just all the boards mixed together. That's what it is. Okay. So we've already seen this post. We'll move on. And then someone said in Islam, it says, I am training to become a hunter, and the topic of hunting in Islam came up in the group. Game hunted by a pagan or an insane person is not lawful. Are all animals hunted by a kafir harem, or is it just the specific animals felled by them? If a believer is in a hunting team which has non-believers in it, is the game halal if and only if felled by the believers in the group? So guys, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm so lost right now. I don't know what we're talking about at all. I'm not very well versed in Islam, and I'm not going to act like I'm going to be. Someone said, thoughts on Daniel Hakikaju. Seems like he's the only Muslims that have been debating various kind of people lately. I don't know who that is. Someone said, share the Islamic books you guys have enjoyed reading over the years. And then it has people sharing their books. I don't know. I saw half of a swastika, so I'm going to go ahead and hide this thread. It appears that Islam is the most active board on this website. It seems like most of the posts are coming from Islam. And as you can tell, it's not very active because there's still posts from July up on the first page. So yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff that I'm not really interested in. I don't really care too much about it. But as you can tell, there are some anons that are talking about Islam. And on that note, I am going to end the video now. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on Islam and your thoughts on this website, anon.garden. Have you used anon.garden? Do you plan to use anon.garden? If you do, let me know down below. Either way, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.